Day 8 of Glazing Yugi until the Ash vs Yugi death battle comes out. You may have noticed that a lot of my videos have been covering the Duelist Kingdom arc, but today we're gonna skip ahead a bit to the Waking the Dragons arc. This video is based on someone's comments on previous videos. Feel free to share some Yugi glaze in the comments too, as it helps me make more videos and you can get a shout out. Today we're going to cover Yugi's duel in the 3-parter, On the Wrong Track, but we're mostly going to talk about the 3rd part in episode 162. But before this, little Yugi had his soul claimed by the Seal of Orkelkos, making the pharaoh super pissed off. Now, Weevil and his buddy Rex have fallen under Babiti's spell and became Majins. Majin Weevil goes to duel against the pharaoh on a train to get his revenge for the ass whooping he got back in Duelist Kingdom, while Taya cheerleads. In the middle of the duel, Majin Weevil rips apart the card he claimed to hold little Yugi's soul, which turned out to be a useless monster. Majin Weevil really tried to tell Yugi it was just a prank bro, but this would be like Frieza talking about killing Krillin. A big mistake. Yugi activates Berserker Soul, which lets his Breaker the Magical Warrior attack Majin Weevil again by drawing monster cards from his deck, only stopping when he draws a non-monster card. Yugi successfully draws the 2 monster cards he needed to win the duel, but since he's so mad at Majin Weevil, he doesn't stop there. In this infamous scene, he announces every time he draws a monster card and attacks Majin Weevil 5 more times, even when he's already won. MONSTA CADO! DORO! MONSTA CADO! DORO! MONSTA CADO! DORO! MONSTA CADO! DORO! MONSTA CADO! He draws another monster card, but Taya stops him, and Majin Weevil is fucking dead, although he was screaming each time he got attacked, so he was still alive at that time. This moment made it on the number 2 spot of TGS Anime's top 10 Yugioh Overkill Moments. But nowadays we might call this top 10 Yu-Gi-Oh Crash Out Moments. But now we must ask, what even were the odds of Yugi drawing the 2 monsters he needed to win, let alone the 8 monsters he ended up drawing in total? When Yugi activates Berserker Soul, he has been seen using 5 monsters and 4 spells/traps. However, he discards his entire hand of 1 card to activate Berserker Soul. Let's just guess that this was a spell or trap card, making Yugi's deck a roughly 1-to-1 ratio of monsters and non-monsters. Let's also assume that Yugi used the 40-card deck, meaning that after activating Berserker Soul, he had 30 cards, consisting of 15 monsters and 15 non-monsters. Now, we could do some math to find the probability of him drawing 2 to 8 monsters, but that would be boring. So, I decided to do an experiment. I made a 30-card deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! Neuron that is half monster and half non-monster. My deck should now be in about the same situation as Yugi's, so I conducted 50 trials of using the drawing simulator to draw as many monster cards as possible before getting a non-monster. Here's what I found. If I were Yugi, I would have only been able to beat Weevil less than 25% of the time, and I was never able to draw all 8 monsters that Yugi did. The heart of the cards must be very extra, because the chance of getting 8 monsters must be rarer than a shiny Pokémon.